Okay, so I don't understand why all of a sudden now Black Republicans are out here outraged and infuriated at the Republican Party for doing what the Republican Party does. Like, get out of here. Black Republicans rebuke Ron DeSantis over Florida history standards about slavery. We already know that Ron DeSantis, the state of Florida, whatever, put in public school standards that teach that some Black people benefited from slavery because it taught them useful skills. Oh my gosh. Okay, so one of the representatives, one of the politicians, John James of Michigan, here he is right here, and Wesley Hunt, say hello to him, of Texas, became the latest to speak out on Friday. So let's go back and forth. Here's John and here's Wesley. Okay. Now these Black Republicans, they always got like a specific look. You know what I'm talking about? They look like the type of people that would show up to a water park in business casual. They look like the type of people to call Batman on you if they see you picking up some green from your plug. They look like the type of people to hear a baby crying and call the cops to file a noise complaint. Those are the types. That's what they look like, girl. Anyway, John James tweeted this out. He said, "Nothing about that 400 years of evil was a, quote, net benefit to my ancestors. And there are only 5 Black Republicans in Congress and you're attacking 2 of them. My brother in Christ, if you find yourself in a deep hole, put down the shovel. You are now so far from the party of Lincoln." I'm just like, oh my God. The way that Black Republicans, like, you know what I mean? The Black patriots, the tap dancers buy into this like lore of America. It's just so like, whatever. So he just continued to talk and just be like, but I'm just like, girl, you are a Black Republican. What do you mean? This is what they think of you. What are you talking about? Anyway, going on with the article, James and Hunt are 2 of the 5 Black Republican lawmakers in the House and Senate. They are both backing DeSantis's rivals, former President Donald Trump, in the 2024 presidential race. Hunt tweeted this: "As a direct descendant of a slave, I have a hard time understanding Governor DeSantis' position that transferable skills learned in bondage are somehow a net benefit." Tim Scott, who's determined to be as anti-LGBT as he can with his annoying ass, and the only Black Republican in the Senate, also rebuked DeSantis on Thursday. And here's what they talking about. You can read it on down if you want to. Byron Donalds, a Republican from Florida who has also endorsed Trump earlier this week, called on the state education department to, quote, correct the new standards. And I'm just like, girl, if you're over here endorsing Trump, you mad at Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis is just saying the quiet part out loud. And Trump did that all the time, but I'm just like, I don't understand how y'all think that what Ron DeSantis is saying is so far away from who Trump is, what the right, what the represents, what the Republican Party represents. Like, I don't understand how y'all feel, how you can think that that's so far away from each other. And then Tim Scott's dumbass gonna say this: "People have bad days. Sometimes they regret what they say, and we should ask them again to clarify their positions." Basically, ask DeSantis again to clarify his position. And it's just like hard-headed coons. Hard-headed coons. Why would you ask a Nazi to clarify what the fuck they said? They said what they said, and they meant it. They said you could be on the field. That's what they said. That's exactly what they said. So when these Black Republicans come out here acting all shocked and surprised, I'm just like, girl, what? Who is really that shocked? Who's really taken aback, girl? The rest of the article really just talks about Ron DeSantis's response to all of this, which I really don't care about. But yeah, I just think it's very ironic, very interesting that as this Republican Party is, they've not been shy about who they are. You got Mitch McConnell, old, silent ass up there just doing what he does. You know who these people are, and you decided to take your Black ass over there and be so surprised when they want y'all to get down in the field too, when they want y'all to start chopping sugarcane too, when they want y'all to fucking start making sure that cotton's picked as well. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? And then now to see them all come out here talking about, oh, well, I can't believe that Ron DeSantis went so far. You can't say that. Now invoking their ancestors all of a sudden. Oh, my ancestors, blah, 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 blah. Girl, were you worried about the ancestors when you decided to lick the boot of the American government, girl? You're over here being stepped on. Y'all gotta be masochists for real. You're over here being stepped on, and then be surprised when you get stepped on with like, sneakers. You're getting stepped on with flip-flops and sandals and shit, right? And then you just laid there and took it. And then when somebody come out here with a steel-toe boot to step on your ass, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, oh, these black Republicans, oh my God, what's happening? How could this happen? What you mean? You being stepped on? What you mean? This is what you wanted, girl. This is what you signed up for, babes. So for them to be walking around here so shocked, making statements, making tweets, run into the fucking run into these news sources, making statements at news conference, girl, we don't care, cause you don't. You don't care. When rights being stripped away from the LGBT community, you don't care about none of that shit. I mean, y'all want to strip away women's right to choose, just taking away rights or not wanting certain demographics to have rights in the fucking first place. So you're doing all of that. That's what the mission of that party is. And we can have a whole other conversation about Democrats, but I'm just focusing specifically on Republicans at this point, because Democrats ain't shit either. Like, let's just be real on that. Especially in DC. Like, let's be real. So y'all knew what they came to do. You knew the essence of what they was, and you still decided to go over there as if they don't see you as a doormat. Like, as an errand boy, Black Republicans, this is the last point that I'll make in this video, then we can wrap it up. But I thought this was very interesting. I thought y'all would find it very interesting too. Black Republicans who still hold on to the party regardless of the fact that that party's true end goals would mean their own destruction. Those people, those Black Republicans remind me of this one group I researched. So in Nazi Germany, there was this group of Jewish people called the Association of German National Jews. So this particular group were Jewish people who thought they could win over Hitler's favor. Their goal was the total assimilation of Jewish people into German society or whatever, into Nazi Germany, whatever, and to remove Jewish immigrants who came from Eastern Europe. So this particular group, the Association of German National Jews, were like, we are Jewish people, but we're not like those other Jewish people. They're immigrants from Eastern Europe or whatever. We're not like them. We actually come from Germany. We're different. I saw this. Apparently, the association fought against the international anti-Nazi boycott of German products. And in their manifesto, they said that Jewish people were being treated fairly by Nazi Germany. So, like, this is what Black Republicans remind me of. So in 1934, this association said this. They said, "We have always held the well-being of the German people and the fatherland, to which we feel inextricably linked, above our own well-being." And so they did all that. So remember, this specific group of Jewish people, the Association of German National Jews, this specific group of Jewish people, they were doing all this, trying to bow to the Nazis. They were like, girl, we could just assimilate whatever. We put Germany's well-being above our own. They did all that, and guess what happened? Despite doing all of that, Germany did not accept the Association of German National Jews. They declared the association illegal and dissolved it on the 18th of November in 1935. The leader, Max Naumann, was sent to a concentration camp. So doing all that tap dancing, right? Like doing all that, like, oh yeah, yes, that's what we are, but we not like them. We not like them over there. Doing all the tricks and flips. And at the end of the day, ended up in the same place as the people they were trying to demonize, who are just like them. Ended up in the same place. So that's exactly how I feel about them. It's just like, no matter how y'all roll over like dogs, no matter how y'all, prostrate yourselves as doormats for these people and let them wipe their dirty ass shoes on y'all ass. Like, no matter how much time y'all do that, how many times y'all do that, you're still gonna be niggas at the end of the day. And they're gonna remind y'all ass. And that's the thing, Ron DeSantis is reminding y'all ass. It's like y'all forget. I don't understand how y'all can forget. Don't you wake up and look in the goddamn mirror every goddamn day? Ron DeSantis reminded y'all ass was tea and y'all shook, and I don't know why. and I don't know why. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, learned something. Love you so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
Fuck me in your all black Mercedes. You could take my soul, just let me be first lady. But I won't sacrifice this pussy for a maybe. You gotta slay me.